What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to this new episode of Restorations with Vic. What I have on my table today that I'm gonna show you guys how to restore are these super disgusting all white Nike Air Force Ones that Jake once again got a hold of. He threw a bunch of random crap on it. They stink really bad. Two things that I know are on the shoe is ketchup and mustard. I can just smell it. These shoes are disgusting, guys. Our Reshoevn8r products are definitely gonna be put up to the test in this video. So without further ado, let's get it started. First step we're gonna do is put the shoe to the side since we're only gonna be working on the left shoe for before and after purposes. Now, before we do anything else, we're gonna wanna grab our medium bristle brush so we can brush off some of this junk off the shoe. Yeah. Damn you, Jake. Okay, so as you can see, we got a good amount of the junk completely off the shoe. So we're gonna put this brush to the side since it's not really doing much for us and take it up a notch and use our Soft Bristle Brush. We're gonna wanna be very careful using this brush. You don't wanna brush all over the place because it can damage the uppers. We're just gonna brush in one direction very gently. Good to go with that step. We got a good amount of the junk off, but the shoe still has a lot of crap on it, specifically on the shoelace area. I had very little luck getting the shoelaces off. They're just too crusty, so we're gonna have to leave them on. During the cleaning process, they're gonna soften up and then I'll remove them and clean them separately. So moving forward, we're gonna go ahead and insert our adjustable Reshoevn8r shoe tree and adjust it to size. Now the next step we gotta do is grab our bowl of water and squirt a couple of squirts of our solution. All prepped, ready to go. First brush we're gonna be using is our Soft Bristle Brush so we can start breaking down all the grime and dirt on the shoe. Alright guys, so here's a quick update on the shoe. It is super disgusting, as you can see by the suds. It's like brown and yellow. It's super disgusting. It smells just as bad, but the shoe is looking a lot better. The laces are back to being soft, so we're gonna go ahead and remove the laces now. Alright, next step we're going to do is let the suds sit on the uppers for a little while. We'll move on to the medium bristle brush to finish off with the uppers. While we start the soft bristle brush, we're going to go ahead and clean up the insides. Alright guys, so here's an update on the shoe where we're at right now. The shoe looks a lot better. The sock liners are starting to come back to life. Same thing with the uppers. We got most of the junk off the shoe, but right now we have a lot of yellow stains all over the yellow leather and the sock liner. I'm hoping that comes out with the medium bristle brush or the washing machine. If not, we're gonna have to figure something out. Right now we're gonna move on to is the medium bristle brush so we can continue cleaning up the uppers. All done with the medium bristle brush, guys. Those stains are still in the leather. Hopefully the washing machine will take them out. Now, moving on to the last brush, we're gonna be using our Soft Bristle Brush so we can clean up these soles. All done with the pre-treatment, guys. Before we put it in the washing machine, we gotta go ahead and take care of these insoles and shoelaces. Alright guys, everything's fully pre-treated. Now let's go ahead and put everything inside our single laundry bag and put them in the washing machine. Time to put these Air Force Ones inside the washing machine. As always, we're going to be using cold water with the regular cycle and of course our single laundry detergent. All done with the washing machine process, guys. The shoe is fully dried and clean and disinfected. The shoe is good to go. Got all that nasty stuff completely off the shoe thanks to our 3-brush advanced laundry system and our detergent. One thing I do want to mention is you do not want to get mustard on your shoes. Mustard stains really bad. As you can see here, there's a bunch of yellow stains on the leather and the rubber sole. Be careful with that. If you ever get mustard on your shoes, wipe it off right away because this shoe, it sat for a while and as you can see, it stained it. I'm not too worried about it because we are going to be repainting the uppers and we are going to be removing the yellowing off the soles. So let's go ahead and do that using Salon Care 40 and the sun. Salon Care 40 is applied. Let's go ahead and put the shoe outside and then bring them back in a couple of hours. We are back, guys. We got the shoes fully deoxidized. Not only did the yellowing come out the midsoles, but it also came out the uppers. I can't explain what happened. The sun out here is really strong. The UV rays must have just wiped off all the yellowing on the uppers. Like I said, I can't explain what happened. So if you guys have any shoes that have mustard stains on them, go wipe it off, put them in the sun. There's a good chance the sun will take care of it for you. Now moving on with this restoration, we gotta do some prep work on the uppers. On the uppers, the yellowing is gone, but there's still a lot of paint scuffs all around. There's faded areas. This area right here specifically, and back here, the previous owner tried to repaint. He covered up some scuffs. It looks very uneven, so we gotta wipe all that stuff off, wipe off all the factory finish so we can paint it. First things first, use some acetone and cotton balls to wipe all that stuff off. All done with the prep work. This step is very important. If you don't take your time doing this step, the paint won't adhere to the material properly. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next step by taping off the midsole and the sock liner. All taped up, let's lay down our paint. We'll be using Jacquard's opaque white and our airbrush to do so. We got the white paint laid down, looks super smooth, got it popping again, looks almost brand new. We already let them dry for a couple of hours. Now we gotta go outside to protect this paint job by spraying some Krylon matte finish. Let's go. Alright guys, almost done with this restoration. Before we lace it up, as you can see right here, the tongue patch is super frayed up, covered in lint balls. We're gonna use my lint shaver to shave it down. Alright guys, that is going to bring us to an end on this full restoration on these all white Air Force Ones. This right here is a true day and night restoration. The first step I did to bring the shoe back to life was use our 3-brush advanced laundry system and our detergent to get rid of all this junk and give the shoe a proper deep clean inside and out. After the cleaning was done, we put the shoes outside with Salon Care 40 in the midsoles and wiped off all the yellowing. While the shoes were out there, there was some heavy yellowing on the uppers thanks to the mustard that the sun magically wiped off. Super lucky. Then I brought the shoe back inside, did a lot of prep work on the uppers, taped it all off, and gave it a fresh new paint job to complete this restoration. You can find all the stuff you see right here, guys, at Reshoevn8r.com. Use my promo code in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Vick Almighty. I'll see you guys next Monday.